the show tonight, we've got Australia's finest actress. So, to make her feel at home, I've got a koala, a kookaburra, and a couple of kangaroos. Now, who'd like a koala burger? Would you like it? There you go. Let's start the show! Yes, we've been away. Apparently, I was asleep on a barbecue. Look at my head. We're back, and we've got a packed lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Oscar-winning Australian beauty Cate Blanchett is here. Train-spotting star and Jedi Knight Ewan McGregor is on the show. Welsh actor extraordinaire Michael Sheen is here. Plus, we've got Little Britain's Lucas. Yes, there's more music from the fantastic Keane, ladies and gentlemen. I know. There's almost no time left for the show. I'm looking forward to seeing Ewan. Oh, I am. He'll be telling us about his new film, Salmon Fishing in the Yemen. Now, it's all about salmon fishing in the Yemen. No, seriously, I've seen it. It is. Here is Ewan in the film. Now, I have to say, looking a bit of an idiot in the middle of a river. Mind you, not the only time I've seen that recently. Yes, the Oxford-Cambridge boat race was disrupted by a protester. I think we've got a close-up of the idiot in the river. There he is. So brave. Mouth open in the Thames, I'll tell you. So I think what we're saying is the boat race this year had 3 cocks in it. Apparently his name is Trenton Oldfield, and he was protesting against elitism. Were you, Trenton? I think somebody failed their A-levels. Apparently the protester has threatened to do it again at another sporting event. Here's my suggestion. Good luck. So looking forward to talking to Cate Blanchett. Kate's been in so many great films, but is perhaps most famous for her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth I. Yes, the classic Elizabethan look there. So popular, I mean, you still see it today, don't you? Of course, the royals are gearing up for the Jubilee celebrations, aren't they? Yeah. The Queen is planning a giant flotilla down the Thames. Some spectators have already got their places. They have. I tell you, it's hard to believe that Elizabeth II has spent 60 years as Queen. I tell you, it's got to say something extra special to get her off the throne, isn't it? Let's get some guests on! Later, we're going to be chatting to Lucas and having music from Keane. But first, we always give the promised performance. It's Mr. Michael Sheen. She's acting royalty, Elizabeth I and the Queen of the Fairies, Cate Blanchett! It's so nice to see you. Decade. Long time. Come sit down. Cate Blanchett, everybody! And he makes train spotting and salmon fishing seem exciting. It's Ewan McGregor! How are you? Very well. Don't you stop. I know, what a posh couch. That's good. I'm liking it. And I'm feeling confident tonight because we've all been trained. We've all been to drama school with varying degrees of success. No, I know, because I knew Michael when you were at RADA.
I was just saying backstage.
Yes, yeah.
I've known you. You were the funniest person I'd ever met, even at the age of about 18, 19.
What happened?
I know. And Ewan McGregor now, before you trained as an actor, am I right in saying musical theatre was a huge influence on you?
Well, musicals, yes. I spent a lot of time as a kid being different singers, and I spent a lot of time pretending to be Elvis Presley. Spent quite a lot of time pretending to be Olivia Newton-John. And...
Greece,
yeah.
or Xanadu period?
Greece.
OK.
We thought me and my friend were so... It was right at the right moment for me, Olivia Newton-John in those hot pants and everything. So we thought if we sat in class with our fingers crossed that she might come in, that she'd arrive to Morrison's Academy in Crieff. We really thought...
She moved to Sydney.
She might pop by.
Oh, see, this was a good programme. I'd now go, and she's here tonight.
Yes.
She's not. Kate, before we actually get on to why you're here, I've got to ask you about when you were a student, when you were a drama student, you had this is a bizarre story, you had a house that was quite inexpensive to rent in Sydney. Is this true?
Yes, like most acting students.
But
yes.
wasn't it bizarrely cheap to rent?
Oh, no, I stayed in a house in a suburb called Zetland, which was right underneath a smokestack, and I think everyone had asthma. And I think the smokestack's no longer there. But, no, someone was murdered in my room, but I discovered in a really awful... It was horrible.
When you were there?
Yeah, no, someone handed me a DVD of There's a show called Australia's Most Wanted. Do you have Britain's Most Wanted?
Crime Watch.
Yes, same. And,
Well, Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah. And the room in which I was staying, which was at the time was only $60 a week, which is incredibly cheap. I was watching it in my bed, and I watched a man climb in through my window and strangle a woman in my bed.
Oh.
And there was a woman murdered, and so for years I thought, well, this is my chance to sort of meet a ghost. There's been, you know, such a traumatic thing going on here. And then I didn't encounter anything until the day that I left. The house was finally disbanding, and I shut the door, and I heard, Kate? And I did send...
There was no one in there?
There was no one in there. Oh, well, I was there. No,
yeah, but there was no one saying...
I wasn't saying it to myself.
No, but there was no one else in there.
No, it was really ooga booga. Oh, wow. But she was murdered in my bed. And
Have they changed the bed?
Well, yes.
For $60 a week, you can't
even
complain.
if the drama's you did change your own linen.
Now, listen, it's very exciting. One of the big theatrical events of the year is coming to the Barbican in April, 13th to 29th of April, and it's your production of Big and Small.
Gross und Klein.
Oh, what are we supposed to call it? Gross und Klein or Big and Small?
Well, it says Big and Small on the poster, so I guess... We've just been in Paris, and they called it Grand et Petit, and we called it Gross and Klein in Australia.
And... can you tell us what it's about, or is it a kind of a thing you need to experience?
Oh, well, hopefully it's an experience. I mean, it's one of those plays that you don't want to try and make too much sense of. It happens in several scenes, but it's basically a woman of average intelligence, well, typecast again, of limited funds who is estranged from her husband, and that sets her off on this sort of quest to try and find friendship communion throughout Germany. The designer and the director, Benedict Andrews, are calling it a metaphysical road movie, which is quite nice. It's almost like a dream or a mirage.
Now, the thing is, you say Big and Small, Gross und Klein, we're not sure. What is by the Sydney Theatre Company? Now, you actually run it.
Yes,
with your
it's
husband.
been one of the great privileges of my life to run the company. There's so much talent in Australia, and when Andrew and I were asked to run the company, it was fantastic. So it's actually producing other people's work. We do about 19 shows a year, and it's great.
Because you're really hands-on.